Get on my chin. Gotta take some L's if you wanna win. They took a but didn't take us in. I didn't even have no re-up I could re-up with. Had to rob another just to re-up. Pray to God that in his heart he found forgiveness for me. It was nothing personal, it was just business for me. When I got on, I paid him back and told him it was ugly. I'd rather ask forgiveness like 100 times than be asking for permission in a beggar's line. Cause of who I be and check out how I tend to mine. I got a partner who don't eat no pork at dinner time, but let you act like you gon' ever hurt or injure mine. He have your woman, and that's by dinner time. I keep my eyes on glory till the devil get behind. Now bear in mind the devil made me offers I decline. We not aligned, not combined, I am not confined to any wicked system that these demons have designed. They frame of mind and have you salty as a bacon rind. I'm trying to mastermind how to help out humankind. I'm open mind, but I do not walk another line. My state of mind is to keep a peace for peace of mind. I'm like Malcolm with my piece at the Venetian blinds. I'm trying to manifest some things in my subconscious mind that I have only seen in dreams in my unconscious mind. My dreams unrefined, spring to mind, a state of mind.
The playoffs are back at Lambeau, and the temps, well, they're where you would expect them in the frigid range. Just how the Cheeseheads like it here in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Straight ahead, we pull the curtain on the postseason with an NFC wildcard matchup between the Dallas Cowboys and the Green Bay Packers. What twists and turns will January have in store for us? The NFL playoffs are officially underway. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Good running right there. And this is a man who's a 1,000-yard rusher in the regular season, so you know he's going to get his chances. And he picks up nice yardage on that one.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. To throw, it's Rodgers. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
I think that's how this defense is going to need to play these tight ends. Again, get right up on them and stay physical. And that paid off on that play, helping force that incompletion.
Second and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy. Here's Rodgers. Open man, Amari Rodgers complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now Rodgers. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Second and 10. Rodgers going to throw. That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 31-yard line.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a first down carry by Jones. And room there to work it inside the 25. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. To throw is Rodgers. Looking for the end zone. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers will strike first here, this wild card matchup. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First down run with Elliott, going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second and 6, just inside the 30. Throwing, Prescott. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And already down 7-0 after the touchdown a minute ago, so a 3-and-out here would not be ideal for them. Nice job finding his receiver there, and they get the first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action now, Prescott. Now he steps away. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That didn't appear to be a designed safety blitz. I think he was just going off instinct.
I love the way you described that because I'm thinking along with you. I'm not sure that was designed that way, but he saw an opportunity, gambled a little bit, and made it pay off.
Here's 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. solid running there. And, CD, we hear so much about what it takes to win in the playoffs. Most people like to include having a strong running game in their assessment. And with this man in the backfield, this group has a strong running game without a doubt.
Oh, I absolutely agree with you there, because in terms of yardage, he's a top 5 running back in the league. And in terms of impact on a game, not many better than him. And when they're flowing and he's carrying the ball consistently, they're tough to beat.
He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early, because they will pay dividends as the game progresses.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Here's Prescott. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
This will be play number 7 on the drive. Third and a yard. The give is to Elliott. And he's got the first, but we also have a flag on the field. And they're already walking backwards. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott from the gun. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Rodgers to throw. He finds Randall Cobb with a completion. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 35 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 42 yards rushing for him already. A terrific first quarter here to begin the playoffs. Here's Jones. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Now Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been a come-from-behind team all year. They'll need to do it again as they trail early in this wild card game. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. But you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Here's a throw out wide complete to his running back right side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. A give to Elliott. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. From the pistol, here's Elliott. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is just going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
That'll be a 43-yard punt, but a net of just 33 following a 10-yard return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
66 yards rushing for him in this first half, as he has certainly carried over his regular season success into the playoffs. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Rodgers going to give this one to Dillon. And this will be a Packers first down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Rodgers tapping this forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. The give is to Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down.
But what they're seeking with an RPO is space for the receiver to make a catch and then make a play downfield. But there wasn't any space available. Thus the incompletion.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. This is taken around the 12. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
From the 25 on 2nd down, Prescott. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks him. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. Well, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. A nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. So after the INT, it's Rodgers. And this is incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Throwing is Rodgers. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Lewis. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. This is Elliott. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 41 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So after a good run by Zeke, another 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll go underneath here to Elliott. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
On 2nd down now, it's Elliott, and he'll be taken down here at about the 23-yard line. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt of 44. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious, because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Rodgers now to throw. Open man left side. It's the tight end, Tunyon. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44.
And what a nice example there of a tight end doing exactly what he needs to do. How about how he worked his way to the outside, made sure he secured the catch, and then anything after that, we count that as a bonus. And indeed, he gets enough for the 1st down.
And that time, the tackle by Malik Hooker.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Now a 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff. Running left is Jones. 1st down and much more here for Jones. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. 2 minutes to play here in this 1st half of the NFL playoffs. A reminder coming up at the half, as we've done all year. We'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown on what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin on the road to Super Bowl 53 in Atlanta. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, another run for Dillon. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 101 yards rushing for him now as he goes over the century mark here in the wild card round. 2nd and 4. Now it's Rodgers. Pass incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field that's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Rodgers. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. And that'll bring up 4th down on the big sack with a loss of 5. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. Now a timeout coming here defensively. As on 4th down, may as well make them punt it. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick is good. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Short kick. One of the up middle take it now. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC wildcard matchup as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, one of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC wildcard bout. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And Charles, that had to be an interesting locker room at halftime. This is a team that's had so much success this year. Haven't really had to deal with a lot of adversity at halftime, to be honest. But now here they are with their playoff lives on the line.
And I think when you're alluding to that interesting locker room, you're just wondering, how are they handling that bit of adversity that they're seeing right now? Because I think this is a team that has to look to lean on the veterans at this point. We know we're better than this. We've proved it all season. Let them disseminate that confidence through the locker room. But this opening drive, it'll be an important one for them to give them a little jolt of confidence moving forward.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Prescott. It's caught. Cooper. And he will have a Cowboys first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, but he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
10th carry now for Elliott. And he's got it up over the 40 to the 41. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Able to hit his target, Lamb.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield.
I like the look that they just showed there. When you come out in a passing formation, spread things out a little bit, makes it really hard to cover the middle of the field, doesn't it? Because you got to go out to the perimeter and cover those guys.
Yep, exactly. Got some good blocking, too. Helped him pick up the first. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. From the shotgun, a give to Elliott. And he's got this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Packers' 42. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. This will wind up a loss on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Prescott now. That's to his running back, complete. And he's unable to get away. They stop him at the line on 4th and 2. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Packers D comes up with a big stop. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
And past the 3rd and 5, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage. And now Rodgers not pleased with the setup. He's going to take a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. On second down, it's Jones. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Looking to throw. Rodgers.
That is caught. It's the tight end, Tunyon.
Touchdown!
Robert Tunyon.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Packers continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up. Yeah. Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Here's Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of first. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Here's Brian Anger now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. To throw. Rodgers.
A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Check back, check back. Hey, check back. Put it 50. Hey, you block.
They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've run the ball 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the gun, Rodgers. Flushed out right. And he works his way past the line of scrimmage and then slides to a hole. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. looking from the gun. Rodgers looking deep for Adams.
And that is incomplete. Nearly intercepted. The free safety couldn't quite get his hands around it, and it brings up third down.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Escaping the pressure right. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. One quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Two first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Love with a give to Dillon.
And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now a look at the backup, Jordan Love. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 26.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
On 1st and 10, Love. Wide open receiver complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
That was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
They'll try to pound it in with Hill. A good run on first down, and now they contemplate a 2nd and goal situation. Good gain there on first down and keeps them in a running situation probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Well, the ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal.
I'm going back to you.
Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Packers continue to roll. Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This one will come out to the 25 as Pollard is going to elect not to return it.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They are most likely staring at a cold end to their season here in this wild card round. Nothing has gone right so far, and they are, to be frank, in desperation mode now as they begin with a 1st and 10.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
And he'll go down right around the 47 this time.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
Well, they went back to him, but the results were similar, so I highly doubt that he'll get another opportunity here on 3rd and long.
And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they can pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and collected right at the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 from back at their own 10-yard line. On the ground with Hill to begin the drive. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him? How do I gain an advantage on this snap?
He'll get this to Lazard.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. In on the stop that time, Terrell Basham. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. And they take a knee. On now is the Packers punter, standing right on his own 5-yard line. That's pulled in at the 32. A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. And they will take a knee here. And they'll indeed take a knee.
Say thanks for watching and so long.